Good morning. I'll call the January 8th.
Get on the mic, sir.
Yeah. Which one? Oh. Is it green? I'll call the January 8th, 2026 meeting of the Kent County Board of Commissioners to order at, what time is it? 8:34. My name is Rob McCumber. I'm the Chief Deputy County Clerk. Per board rules, the county clerk is to chair the organizational meeting until such time as the board chair is elected. In the absence of the clerk this morning, I will be performing those duties. We'll start with the attendance roll call. Commissioners Bujek.
Present.
Burl.
Here.
DeBoer.
Here.
Faber.
Here.
Green.
Here.
Halsted.
Here.
Hennessy.
Here.
Hildebrand.
Here.
Coleman.
Here.
LeGrand.
Here.
McLeod.
Here.
Merchant.
Here.
Morales.
Here.
Morse.
Here.
Oliver King.
Here.
Pekla.
Here.
Ponstein. Sparks. Steck.
Here.
Teal.
Here.
Womack.
Here.
We have 21 present, 0 absent. We have a quorum. I will now ask Commissioner Bujek to give the invocation and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, fellow commissioners and administrators, citizens and family members. Welcome to 2026 and Happy New Year. It's an honor and privilege to give the opening invocation for 2026. 2026 will be a year of many significant events in Kent County and our country. In 2026, we will celebrate the grand opening of the Acrisure Amphitheater on May 15th, and Lionel Richie will be headlining the first concert. I plan on being there and hope to see many of you there. In 2026, we'll celebrate the completion of the Grand Rapids Public Museum $50 million renovation and expansion along the Grand River waterfront. Also in 2026, we will witness the construction of the Amway Soccer Stadium, and we will see the transformation of our city's skyline. The stadium is scheduled to open in the spring of 2027. I drove by that this morning. It's pretty amazing. It's already, the superstructure is already going up. And in 2026, we'll be on the national stage with the United States celebrating its 250th anniversary. On July 4th, our nation will be commemorating and celebrating the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, our semi-quincentennial. The journey towards this historic milestone is an opportunity to pause and reflect on our nation's past, honor the contributions of all Americans, and look ahead toward the future we want to create for the next generation and beyond. The official website for the 250th celebration is america250.org. America 250 is striving for 350 by 250. The goal is to engage all 350 million Americans by our nation's 250th anniversary. I am encouraging and proposing that Kent County government partner with America 250 and find ways to participate in our 250th semi-quincentennial celebration. Yes, we have a lot to be thankful for, and it is this Kent County Board of Commissioners that have supported and approved all of these transformational projects. Let us pray for Kent County and its citizens, its commissioners, its administrators, and all those who work for Kent County. Dear Lord, we thank you for the many blessings. We thank you for the opportunity to serve the good people of Kent County as we deliberate in 2026. Give us the strength, the courage, the wisdom to make good decisions and to work well together. Help us to be compassionate, caring, empathetic, and kind to all citizens of our great county. Help us make 2026 a year to remember as we celebrate our country's semi-quincentennial. We pray these things, Lord, in your name. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Bujek. Our first item of business is public comment related to agenda items only. If there are members of the public wishing to address the board, please come forward, state your name and the item to which you are speaking. I do not see any members wishing to address the board based on agenda, so we will move forward to the election of board chair. At this time, I will open the floor for nominations for board chair. Is there a nomination? Commissioner Burrow.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. I nominate Ben Green to become our Kent County Board of Commissioner Chair.
It is nominated by Commissioner Burrows, supported by Commissioner Teal. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, nominations are closed. On the nomination of Ben Green as chair, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion passes. Congratulations, Commissioner Green, on your reelection as board chair. We'll now.
All right, thank you, Deputy Clerk McCumber, and thanks to everyone for your support. It's a privilege to lead this group, and I look forward to doing it again this year. We'll move on to agenda item number 7, which is the election of the vice chair. Are there any nominations for vice chair? Yes,
Thank
Commissioner
you.
Burrow.
Thank you, Chair Green. I nominate Lindsay Teal for Vice Chair for the Kent County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you. Supported by Commissioner DeBoer. Are there any other nominations for vice chair? I see none. With that, we will move to the question of the election of the vice chair. All those in favor of electing Commissioner Teal as vice chair, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. The motion carries, and Commissioner Teal is elected. Congratulations. All right, we will move to agenda item number 8, which is the election of the minority vice chair. Are there any nominations for minority vice chair? Commissioner McLeod.
Thank you, Chair Green. I enthusiastically nominate Commissioner Steve Faber for minority vice chair.
Thank you. Supported by Commissioner Womack. Any other nominations for vice chair, or minority vice chair, rather? I see none. With that, all those in favor of the election of Steve Faber as minority vice chair, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. The motion carries, and Commissioner Faber is elected minority vice chair. Congratulations. All right, we will move on to agenda item number 9, and I will call on Commissioner Bujak.
I'd like to make a motion to approve consent agenda.
Thank you. Supported by Vice Chair Teal. Questions, comments, or discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
On the motion to approve the consent agenda, Commissioners Bujek,
Yes.
Burrow,
Yes.
DeBoer, Faber,
Yes.
Chair Green,
Yes.
Commissioners Halsted,
Yes.
Hennessy, Hildebrand,
Yes.
Coleman,
Yes.
LeGrand,
Yes.
McLeod,
Yes.
Merchant, Morales,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Oliver King,
Yes.
Pakla,
Yes.
Ponstein, Sparks,
Yes.
Steck, Vice Chair Teal,
Yes.
and Commissioner Womack.
Yes.
Commissioner, Mr. Chair, you have 21 yeas, 0 nays. The consent agenda is adopted.
Thank you. We'll move to agenda item number 10. For 10A, I will call on Commissioner Halsted.
Thank you, Chair. I move to adopt Resolution 1 for 2026 with updates to the standing rules.
Thank you. Is there support? supported by Commissioner Pakla. I will just say, this is the recommendation on the updates to the standing rules. Hopefully, everybody's had a chance to take a look at it. There are a few things in here that are substantive. The biggest one affecting the commissioners most directly is some restructuring of the committee structure. We're going to work on moving to a two-committee structure that better balances the responsibilities and roles of people on both committees than it did under our past two-committee structure. There was quite a detailed memo that we put out as the Rules Committee that kind of explained how we got here, what we did. So that's kind of the high level on it. There's a few other things in there that are kind of related to the way we conduct business in this room and trying to make the meetings a little more efficient while still encouraging participation from everyone. So just wanted to say that as lay the groundwork. Is there any questions, comments, or discussion on this item? I don't see any. Before I call for the roll, I'd like to say a special thanks to the Rules Committee that put in a great deal of work on this issue, and we had some filling in from folks on there too. So the Rules Committee is myself, Commissioner Steck, Commissioner Pakla, Commissioner Halstead, and then Commissioner Burrell came in to help out as Commissioner Halstead's availability was a little less than, we did this on an adjusted schedule, so new meetings, and so just want to say thanks for all the work. Okay, with that, I think this is a roll call vote. Yes, Mr. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
On the passage of Resolution 1, Commissioner Boujek.
Yes.
Burl. DeBoer. Faber.
Yes.
Halsted.
Yes.
Hennessy.
Yes.
Hildebrand.
Yes.
Coleman.
Yes.
LeGrand.
Yes.
McLeod.
Yes.
Merchant. Morales. Morse. Oliver King.
Yes.
Pakla.
Yes.
Ponstein. Sparks.
Yes.
Steck.
Yes.
Vice Chair Teal.
Yes.
Commissioner Womack.
Yes.
And Chair Green.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 21 yeas, 0 nays. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you. We will move to agenda item 10B, and I will call on Commissioner Boujek again.
Thank you, Chair. I make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2 of today's date, appointments to various boards, commissions, and committees.
Thank you. Is there support? Supported by Commissioner Burrell. And just to clarify, these are the Board of Commissioners appointments to these groups, which is the ones that come through our committee process. We have a number of appointments to go through. So questions, comments, or discussion on Resolution 10B? Okay, I see none. This is a voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. The motion carries, and the appointments are adopted. We move to agenda item 10C. That should be C. And I will call on Vice Chair Teal.
Thank you, Chair Green. I move resolution number 3, board chair appointments to various boards, commissions, and committees subject to Board of Commission confirmation.
Thank you. Is there support? Supported by Commissioner Sparks. These are the, as it says in the ID, my appointments that are subject to confirmation of the board. Questions, comments, or discussion on that item? I see none. This is again a voice vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. The motion passes and the resolution is adopted. All right, we will move on to agenda item number 11. I'm going to take a 10-second recess real quick, so please don't go anywhere. All right, we're going to move to, again, to public comment related to general county matters. Under County Board Rule 3-4, the chair has the ability to limit public comment to a shorter time period in order to accommodate more voices being heard. With that in mind, we're going to move our regular, typically we do 3 minutes, we'll do 2 minutes this morning. Everybody has the opportunity to speak to general county matters related to the business of the county. So if anybody would like to come forward for a public comment, please give your name and address, and you have up to 2 minutes.
Jeff Smith, I live in Grand Rapids. To me, I think it's offensive that we're limited to 2 instead of 3 minutes, but here it goes. We know that ICE has been operating in Kent County since 2003 when it was created. We've been asking this body for the last year to adopt 6 sanctuary policies. We know that the Sheriff's Department has been for months now engaging in ICE holds at the county jail, which means that people who were in for minor offenses, nonviolent offenses, when they're getting ready to be bonded out by people in the community, they say they can't because ICE wants us to put a hold on them so we can take them to the detention center, which means they're going to be separated from their families, they're going to lose their jobs, they're going to cause family trauma amongst immigrants, which we find offensive and disgusting. I, with 4 other accomplices, on Monday went to the sheriff's office to confront the sheriff about the ICE holds, this criminal activity, which she had previously stated that she would not do unless there was a judicial warrant. And because we refused to leave the building, we were arrested. So it's criminal to try to do harm reduction, but it's not criminal to terrify and terrorize and cause trauma to immigrant families. So I'm asking for all of you to do what we think is the right thing, the just thing, is to adopt these policies. We know what happened in Minneapolis yesterday. We know that's going to come to places like Grand Rapids and Kent County if we don't step in and do something. And we'd like you as elected officials to do what the mayor of Minneapolis said, which is ICE can get the fuck out of my city. We need you to do the same thing.
Pardon me, we will not have, excuse me. Thank you, Mr. Smith. We will not have any vulgar language according to our rules. If you continue to do that, folks will not be allowed to participate. So please, I understand that, but the mayor's quote shouldn't be quoted back in here, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Please, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Birch. There's nothing I can do about the zeal for persecution, the blatant racism, or the denial of truth of the current federal administration. But as a lifelong resident of Grand Rapids, I should have some say in what this city looks like and how it treats its people. I want to live in a city where law enforcement protects the rights of all who live there, where people of color, documented or undocumented, can trust the police to protect their rights. I would like the city to stop cooperating with ICE, no matter the consequences. I would like the city to adopt the 6 sanctuary policies and make Grand Rapids a safer place to live.
Thank you, Ms. Birch. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Hickox, and I am here today to protest in regards to what is happening across our country and in our own backyards to many individuals in our community. I was arrested Monday evening at the sheriff's office while peacefully exercising my First Amendment rights. Why was someone like me willing to risk arrest? The simple answer is because I can and I should. I have been a rule follower my entire life. It is important that more individuals feel compelled to stand up and put their bodies at risk for the many who cannot at this time. I was raised in a household that strongly believed that authority figures and institutions were designed to protect all of the people's rights and liberties. Unfortunately, I have witnessed events to the contrary. What happened to due process? What happened to requiring judicial warrants? I can no longer stand on the sidelines and watch the cruel and unjust policies being used by the local police and sheriff's office to create fear and destruction of our affected community members. This in turn has created an environment of fear and mistrust. This is not what we want our community to look like. We need to adopt the 6 sanctuary policies that have continued to be requested. We need them to be implemented. We are asking for transparency with all of the people that work and live in this community. What is the Kent County Sheriff's Office policy on holding immigrants for ICE? What are their policies on other issues pertaining to the sharing of information and cooperation with ICE agents? What are they doing with our taxpayer dollars in regards to these questions?
Thank you.
Stop hiding.
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Teresa Lewis, and I am 100% behind everything I'm about to read, but it's comments from John Haynes, who was also one of the 5 that were arrested, and he was not able to come today, so I'm reading his statement. Commissioners, I wanted you to know I protested peacefully this week at the Sheriff's Department because I believe that what's happening in our community is wrong. ICE is detaining people without due process, using racial profiling that spreads fears into communities, and placing people in dangerous detention conditions that have been widely documented. Our local sheriff is cooperating by holding people for ICE, even after bail is paid, and without a judge's warrant, despite being funded by us to serve local needs, not federal immigration enforcement. As commissioners, I wonder why you are allowing the sheriff to do the work of a federal agency when we pay taxes for them to tend to local issues. Very different needs for our community. When the sheriff cooperates like this, it makes Kent County complicit in this harm, and this is at your direction since you oversee the sheriff. I ended up getting arrested with others because we didn't want to leave the office until we had somebody answer our questions about why the sheriff is causing this harm and who decided to change that last publicly stated policy of not holding people without a judicial warrant. We assume as public servants, the deputies, captains, or sheriff would have answered our simple questions. Know that the people expect answers for these questions regarding this behavior. I was only able to protest like this because of my privilege, and our sheriff should protect our neighbors, not ICE.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Others for public comment.
Yo quiero hablar en español y quiero que me pongan más tiempo.
I want to speak in Spanish, and I want to make sure you give me extra time so somebody can translate.
You have up to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Bueno, nuestra comunidad inmigrante está muy dolida y con miedo por las cosas que están pasando en todo el país y en Minneapolis.
Our community, our immigrant community, is experiencing a great deal of pain and anguish right now because of what's been happening across the country and what just recently happened in Minneapolis.
Y no pienso que ninguno de ustedes va a portarse en defensa de nosotros los inmigrantes.
And for us, it seems like we don't think that it's clear that you are actually serving as elected officials to actually defend people in our community.
La comunidad, como estas personas que hicieron desobediencia civil en la oficina del sheriff para detener la cooperación de la oficina del sheriff y la cárcel, ellos son los que nos están apoyando.
The people who were arrested on Monday doing civil disobedience at the sheriff's office to end ICE holds that are being done by Kent County are actually the people who are defending our community.
¿Por qué una comunidad civil tendría que estar ayudándonos y no el gobierno del condado de Kent?
Why is it that only people in the community, civilians, are defending us and not Kent County?
Si ustedes están de acuerdo que ICE venga aquí a separar familias y hasta posible matar a personas, esa responsabilidad como ustedes como gobierno lo tienen, esa responsabilidad lo tienen en sus manos y no están haciendo nada.
You're fully aware of the fact that ICE is arresting people, detaining them, separating families. They're not protecting my community. And that's the responsibility of this body, of elected officials here in Kent County.
Si ustedes están de acuerdo que venga alguien del gobierno federal y mate a personas, esa sangre va a estar en sus manos.
If you think that what the federal government, the federal agents, particularly ICE, are doing in Kent County is okay, then there is blood on your hands.
Ustedes tienen la oportunidad ahora de detener eso y de no participar con ICE, que la sheriff no esté participando con ICE como sabemos que está haciendo y queremos que pasen las políticas santuario.
So you have the opportunity right now to take a stand, to not support ICE, to make sure that the sheriff is not holding folks for ICE, and to adopt the 6 sanctuary policies we've been asking for.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Karen, and I'm here to reiterate the 6 policies that we're asking for to stop this cooperation with ICE and Kent County Sheriff Department. I'd also like to say some of us have young children who are looking up to us right now, and what they see is violence and hatred, and ICE represents violence and hatred and terror to our community. These are the 6 policies we're asking to end this. The 6 sanctuary policies are policies restricting the ability of state and local police to make arrests for federal immigration violations or to detain individuals on civil immigration warrants. Policies restricting the police or other county workers from asking about immigration status. Policies prohibiting 287G agreements through which ICE deputizes local law enforcement officers to enforce federal immigration law. Policies that prevent local governments from entering into a contract with the federal government to hold immigrants in detention. Policies preventing immigration detention centers from being established in Kent County, which would include the use of the Kent County Jail as a detention facility for ICE. A policy that will not allow the Kent County Sheriff's Department to share flock camera images or any other information gathered by county staff with ICE or any other law enforcement agency seeking to arrest, detain, and deport immigrants. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
My name is Marilyn Springman. I live at 266 Bona Vista Drive, Northwest. I come today to urge you to adopt the policies as presented by the Grand Rapids Rapid Response to ICE. I brought 20 copies if anybody wants them. But historically, governments have disregarded the law while trampling the rights of people. One example was redlining. It was a practice of realtors to keep people of color out of white neighborhoods. And this happened long after the Civil Rights Movement Act outlawed it. It took black people to sue out of their own pockets to force realtors and home sellers to stop this practice. More recently, Grand Rapids Police arrested people for trespassing in stores when no complaint of trespassing was made to police by store owners or property owners. The ACLU sued in this case in order to stop that unconstitutional practice. We all know the immigration arrests are illegal. They don't have, in rare cases, they have judicial warrants, in very rare cases. How many of you know that entry into the United States is improper entry into the United States is a civil infraction? It is not criminal. Kent County has the opportunity to adopt these policies and not cooperate with ICE in any shape or form, according to the proposals that Grand Rapids Response has submitted. I would like you to please stand against the brutality of ICE and refuse to lend help for their illegal arrests. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Lisa McManus. I'm a 75-year-old white grandmother and mother of 3 adopted children of color. And I'm scared. If my son Carlos is picked up by ICE, he will be sent to Baldwin Prison, where 1,600 people are imprisoned in the woods. I'm here today to ask you to please take a stand on these immigration issues, to create policies that set us apart from anyone who is possibly supporting these immigration policies and ICE actions. What I'd like you to do is protect our constitutional rights. I'd like you to do that by investigating the allegations that have been charged against the sheriff for not following policy. I'd like you to release a report to the public to restore public trust. I'd like to see all collaboration with ICE stopped by implementing the policies that are being requested today. And I'd also like you to cut all ties with businesses who profit from the misery of others by implementing ICE practices. Thank you for the work that you do, and I look forward to seeing some results from these requests. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment this morning? Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Julianne, and I live in Grand Rapids. I'm going to keep my portion short and sweet. I think we need to adopt the sanctuary policies because it pretty much benefits all of us in the room. And I'm just going to say that it's going to be a lot easier for you all to sleep at night if you do. Thank you very much.
Anyone else?
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chad Becker. I moved my family back to West Michigan nearly 7 years ago. So my daughter will be near her 4 grandparents. It's where we grew up with Grand Rapids, Grand Valley in mind, Lake Michigan. So many other great things me and my wife grew up with we wanted her to experience. In our time out of state, though, we had a lot of other experiences. And I worked in a hotel and restaurant businesses for a number of years. In that time, I knew many undocumented workers. And as their faces run through my mind, I see friends. I see warmth, I see hardworking people. I see one of the most charismatic, hardworking, long-houred people, a chef, Chef Manny, that I've ever met. Similar to that, I got a text from one of my friends 2 hours ago, just this morning, who helped me build the branch of a construction company a majority of these last 6 years. He served in the Army for 8 years. He earned his U.S. citizenship more than anyone else I know. That text was talking about how his brown skin makes him a target of ignorance and hate, describing something that happened to him at work just this week and how he has to deal with proving himself for the sake of other people's ignorances every day. It's got to be exhausting to live like that, documented, a citizen or otherwise. And in this moment, last night's Minneapolis news in mind, the news of how DHS and ICE are taking in candidates to wear masks, be handed guns, and often operate without proper training of vehicles in unmarked situations, we're being told that I should be thankful that these types of forces are entering this county. And because that's not to protect me and my family. That's just not. That's terrifying. And it's clearly terrorizing anyone that doesn't look like an average white person in Kent County. And then one of the best ways to make me comfortable to keep my family here in West Michigan is to know that local police won't be burdened with doing DHS's invented dirty work or terrorizing brown people, citizens and protesters alike, for them. Like the intimidation of anti-war protesters by GRPD that hit our local WZZM News just a few days ago. That doesn't have to happen. That shouldn't happen. I want to live in a county where I know local police are on the side of the citizens and keeping people who are here safe, not to be terrorized and used as pawns by the federal government's broken wag the dog agenda. Please keep this place, please keep this a place I want to raise my family. It's easier for police forces to have the community behind them when they serve and protect, if they aren't burdened with picking and choosing who is worthy of being protected. Sanctuary city policies will let me know that local police forces have me and my neighbors back, and that I'll have theirs. If we continue to muddy the waters with what the DHS is asking of our local governments to do with and for them, you will continue to fracture our community. Please consider that. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Good morning.
My name is Mindy Mott, sorry for the voice. All of this is very Orwellian, and it would almost be funny if it wasn't so tragic. I watched the clinging to these bureaucratic rules this morning, and then I watched this body be more concerned about a curse word than the brutalization that is happening in this county. And I don't know how you all reconcile that and live with yourselves, but that's, I guess, each of you to have that burden. I really want you to zoom out, though, and look at what's going on in this country. To cling to these arbitrary bureaucratic rules is insane. It's chaos. There are no rules anymore. Look at what is happening. This also won't always be like this, right? Things will swing the other way. And you are all going to have to acknowledge that to everyone, why you didn't do the right thing. Why you let the people in your community be terrorized and brutalized illegally. You're gonna have to reckon with that. And I want you all to really, I want you all listen to the people that are talking, politely trying to just get through it so you can move on. You are going to have to live with yourselves. You have a choice to do the right thing. It's not that hard. You have a choice to put human beings above money, above politics, above whatever else backroom deals happen. You have the choice. We are begging you to live by the morals that you claim to live by. Show us. Do the right thing.
Thank you. Anyone else for public comment this morning? Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Ariel Hayes, and I'm from Wyoming, Michigan. The people here are unsafe and scared and targeted and in danger. No one is in the right for pretending that this is not a problem. ICE and the lawlessness of our federal government will become your problem more than it already has become. I promise you. Your neighbors and you will be affected either directly or indirectly, and this is not a threat from me, but this is a threat that I see for everyone in this county if we do not push back immediately. I demand that you start with penalizing all GRPD police who have held people for ICE for questioning, and that you do not allow that to continue anymore, and that you adopt the sanctuary policies as well. I also want to address a counter argument that I've heard floating around, that we don't want to guarantee any false sense of security. That is a gaslight. That is a gaslight, and it is infantilizing to act like the constituents of this county don't understand that our safety can't always be guaranteed. But these policies are if these policies are the difference between even just one family in our county being saved, don't you want to be a part of that? Don't you want to make that be the thing that's worth it? Don't you want to be a part of saving the constituents of this county? We are demanding that you adopt these sanctuary policies so that you can be the difference of one child not losing their mother or father, for one child to actually have a chance in this county. We all deserve that. All of us do.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sharon Smith. I live on the southwest side of Grand Rapids, where the majority of my neighbors are immigrants. Our family has been blessed by our neighbors. We share our resources and our time. We build fences together. We have potlucks every summer. My children play with the kids on the street. They're in my home, my kids are in their home. We've been there for 30 years. We are not afraid of our neighbors. There is no reason for ICE, GRPD, or the Kent County to be detaining them. Like was said earlier, it is our citizens, it is us who are protecting our neighbors. And what does it mean to be a neighbor, to love your neighbor? I don't know if you're aware of what happens when a person is detained. The family is separated. Usually it's the mother trying to take care of her children. She may not speak English. How is she supposed to get a job if she's caring for her children? We know women who are receiving cancer treatments. We had a Cuban man, call our hotline a couple weeks ago sobbing. He is terrified to leave his home. That means with all these families, we're stepping in and supporting financially and with resources, with food. We had a family this week, the father was taken, the mother immediately removed her 3 children from school and went into hiding. This is what's happening in our neighborhoods. These are our neighbors. And it's because ICE and Kent County and GRPD are working together to detain people who are here legally. Are we going to let this continue? Again, I ask you, what does it mean to love our neighbors?
Thank you. Good morning.
My name is Skylar Buchan. I'm a Grand Rapids resident, born and raised. I come from German ancestry. My great-grandfather was arrested by the Nazis for harboring escaped Jews. I'm urging all of you to rise to the level of moral clarity that a coal miner in rural Germany had in the 1930s. Immigrants do not make us unsafe. ICE does. Please adopt these 6 simple and clear sanctuary city policies that will keep me and my community safe from ICE terror. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Cindy Camp. I live in Ada, Michigan. I have a lot of friends and family members who are immigrants, including some of my immediate family members, like my husband, who came here from Ireland. I used to process visas for the State Department and was thrilled to welcome new people to this country. But I know not everybody comes legally. I know people have complicated stories. Almost to a person, though, they make contributions when they get here, and it's one of the things that's made us such an incredibly strong country. So I worry about how our current policies are changing things. There was an opportunity for immigration legislation to be passed about 18 months ago, and as a political tool, it wasn't. And now we see the net results. I think especially of a friend of mine named Masuma, who came here from Afghanistan several years ago. Her husband was killed by an IED working for the US military. She's a widow with 3 children here. She started out working in a factory doing the 3:30 a.m. shift. She learned to drive. She's figured out how to rent an apartment. Now she's worried she's going to be sent back to Afghanistan, and that is just unconscionable to me. I guess I would also ask if everyone in this room has watched the 60 Minutes video about the CCOT prison in El Salvador. You can find it online pretty easily, and everyone should watch it. There's human beings in that video that look like little objects sitting on shelves. The conditions are unbelievable, and our tax dollars are paying for that. At a city commission meeting a year ago, I know someone said, yes, this might make us a target as a city to adopt the sanctuary policies, but they are coming for all of us. And if 100 cities, if 10 cities decide to adopt these policies, 50 cities, 100 cities, it has impact in this country. But as other people have said, just do it because it's the right thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else for public comment this morning? Good morning.
My name is Lisa Alfrand.
I'm a resident of Grand Rapids, and I have not prepared anything eloquent. I'm just asking that you adopt these policies and do the right thing. Stand up. Don't roll over to immoral, authoritarian baloney. I censored myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, my name is Bryce Stockslager, a resident of Grand Rapids. I'll say all those before me have already shared the 6 sanctuary policies the community is demanding you adopt, so I won't list them all here for you. Instead, I just want to say this is a critical moment where this commission is met with crossroads. Either take steps to make our community safer or be complicit in terrorizing our community. The question is very simple. Will you adopt these policies from the constituents you are supposed to serve? Or like so many other politicians in this country, will you sit on your hands? Will you make excuses until we have our own Renee Good here in Grand Rapids? Until all our immigrant neighbors, who are the backbone of our community, who contribute so much to this city, are taken? Will you wait until the movement of the people of Grand Rapids, the people standing behind me, becomes so strong, so overwhelming, and so politically pressuring that you finally cave to what we've been demanding all this time? I hope it is the first. I know history has shown y'all tend to do the latter, but either way, we, the people of Grand Rapids, are going to get there, so adopt these policies now.
Thank you. Any others for public comment this morning? Good morning.
My name is Jennifer McGurl. Oh, sorry. I would like to start by saying everyone here, if not Native American, is an immigrant story. Immigrants are the backbone and heart of this country. It's very disheartening to see some of you up here rolling your eyes and not seeming to really care what any of us are saying. You seem to be more bothered by what we're saying than what is going on in this country, which is violence and hate. We are asking you all to do the right thing. Please adopt these sanctuary policies.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I see none. With that, I'm sorry, please.
My name is Beth Rossiter. I've lived in Grand Rapids here for a good 45 years. What I see happening is not right. I know most of you probably attend church. You've probably grown up with the understanding that human beings should be treated like human beings and not objects. That's all we're asking. It isn't impossible to treat people like human beings. Our God demands it. Please institute these sanctuary policies. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Antonia. I'm a resident of Grand Rapids. At what point will this county and will this city stand and protect its residents? How long will immigrant communities live in fear? How many families ripped apart or will go into hiding? How many across the country and here in Michigan will die at the hands of ICE? For you to realize you play a part in protecting this community, all you must do is implement the sanctuary policies that will protect all residents of this county, the county that you have been elected and tasked to serve. It is time to adopt these policies. No more excuses. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else for public comment this morning? Okay, I don't see anyone. Thank you. With that, we'll move on to agenda item number 12, which is the administrator's report.
Okay, I have a few items today, a little bit longer than normal. First, though, I did want to recognize, thank you. I did want to recognize Linda Howell. This is Linda's last board meeting as our corporation counsel. I'm sorry, it's in 2 weeks. Dang. Anyways, no, but I do want to recognize Linda and just let everyone know that in 2 weeks she will have her last meeting as a corporation counsel for Kent County. She has served us very well. I've known Linda a long time, back when I was city manager in South Haven. She helped as doing the legal work for some significant industrial cleanups that we had, at some big old buildings that were pretty contaminated. So I just wanted to give everyone a heads up, and please just extend your thanks to Linda. We will be having just a little open house after the next meeting to recognize her service. Also, just wanted to say Happy New Year on behalf of the administration. This is going to be a very, as I look at things that we're going to need to take up and work on this year, this is going to be another, just another landmark year. Of course, we're still working hard on the second-year agreement for the medical examiner with Michigan State, securing that facility and getting that all taken care of. Obviously, the new county administration building up at the Fuller campus and the associated moves that will go with that is still taking a lot of staff and consultant time to put that all together, to bring it back to the board, hopefully in April or May for a final vote and a move forward. Obviously, we have just, many facility things, technology, and of course, the Greenway continues to be a real focus of the Parks Department and others at Kent County. One of the things I've done probably over the last 15 years of my career is when it comes to my comments, I want to make sure that people understand the structure of how government works, because people make assumptions about things that simply aren't true. And so I really feel the need to clarify that Kent County does not have any authority over Grand Rapids or the Grand Rapids Police Department. And per the Michigan Constitution, Kent County doesn't have operational authority over any elected official. The Kent County Board and County Administration have authority over the money for every area of the county, but do not have the authority to tell any elected official how to do their job, or the court system. They're also provided for within the Michigan Constitution, and they have the full authority to operate circuit, family, district, probate courts without, I'll say interference, but I mean without the ability of the county administrator or the Board of Commissioners to basically tell them what to do. Also, I think that when we talk about sanctuary items, we're talking about extra legal creations. They're desired by different groups at different points of the political spectrum. And so I did want to at least share some comments. I guess we could have done this at the beginning of the meeting. We did the last time we had a similar, or this group maybe, here in the boardroom. But I did want to clarify the county's processes, just the process. I'm the administrator. I don't get involved in politics. I'm heavily involved in process. So the county's process related to these types of issues. So for years, the Board of Commissioners has consistently followed Standing Rule 310C, which prohibits the consideration or approval of non-binding resolutions. These types of resolutions express the governing body's stance on an issue, but don't create laws, ordinances, policies. This rule helps the board keep focused on its own jurisdiction. What is this Board of Commissioners, under the Michigan Constitution and statutes of the state of Michigan, what is this Board of Commissioners mandated and required to do? And the actions of the Board of Commissioners have to fall within what the law requires. It's also important to remember that immigration law and policy are determined at the federal level by elected officials or the courts, who have the authority to create and enforce such policies. Local governments, whether we're talking cities, counties, townships, including Kent County, and this Board of Commissioners, do not have the legal authority to establish or implement immigration policies. This principle, as I mentioned earlier, applies to all similar requests, because there have been other requests from other groups requiring sanctuary status that fall outside of the board's legal jurisdiction. So the board's role, again, is to concentrate on matters within its legal jurisdiction, leaving policy decisions on immigration and other federal matters to those with the authority to make and enforce them. That is why the board doesn't adopt these types of resolutions. However, we do understand and welcome you to this meeting, and we do appreciate to hear from all residents of Kent County on issues of concern. With that, I'll turn it back to you, Chair Green.
Thank you, Al. All right, we will move on to agenda item number 13, which is reports. I'll just say right now, we're making a couple of changes in the agendas you'll see coming forward, the rules that we adopted this morning. We're going to collapse reports and miscellaneous into one agenda item called Commissioner Comments. And we ask the public to limit their comments. We're going to ask ourselves to limit ours. So we're going to limit those to 2 minutes. So I'm not going to ask for any other reports after I do these reports. I will do miscellaneous, but we're going to run it the same way we would commissioner comments moving forward. So if you have a report, please give it then, or miscellaneous. I would just like to give the reports of my appointments to the standing committees. Those are in your board packet. And then also in the packet are the board chair appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Those are the ones that are not subject to confirmation or appointment by the Board of Commissioners. So those reports are received and filed. So with that, we'll move on to agenda item number 14, which is miscellaneous / commissioner comments. And are there anything for that this morning? All right. Oh, Commissioner Pacla, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I do want to thank everybody that came here today. I think this is an amazing showing of our community and the values that we stand for as a community. Thanks for the comments. We do hear you. We value your voices. I think you will find that there are more up here than may initially be thought that align with your values. So thank you for that. The current environment does keep many of us up at night. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Commissioner Womack.
Yes, I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. The importance of the life of Renee Nicole Good does not fall upon deaf ears. I know in 2019, the contract with ICE and the Sheriff Department was not renewed, and since we do have oversight of the budget, I would definitely want to look into to see if they're detaining now. Without that contract, ICE was giving them $85
All right,
per detainee.
pardon me, just a second, Commissioner. Commissioner, just a second. I allowed there to be the reactions from the audience during public comment. I don't want to have that during the commissioner comments, so please refrain from that. Thank you. Please continue, Commissioner Womack.
So I'd like to definitely look into making sure that that $85 hasn't been moved to our Kent County taxpayers. So I would definitely like to check with the sheriff on what our policy is on detainment and how any of that is being paid for, if it is happening. And for my last minute, just no matter what political view you have upon this, I just wanted to use my last minute, and I have my timer here, for a moment of silence for the life of Renee Good. Thank you, Chair Green.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anyone else for commissioner comments? Commissioner Steck.
Thank you, Chair Green. I would like to use at least one of my 2 minutes to publicly thank Linda Howell for her many years of service to this board and to this county. I had the opportunity and the pleasure to work very closely with her as chair, and as a fellow member of the bar, think that there are very few members in this state who have the knowledge and competency in this area that Linda has. And so you will be sorely missed. Wish you absolutely the best in your next endeavors.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, Commissioner McLeod.
Thank you, Chair Green. I'd just like to say that I am very happy with the election of our new Minority Vice Chair, Steve Faber. I served as the first person of color in that role on the county Board of Commissioners, and it was a great honor to do so, but I'm looking forward to what we will do next in that space. I also wanted to thank everybody for coming out today to share their thoughts and concerns and comments about what is going on in our county and more broadly nationally in regards to the terror that's being inflicted on our citizens. It is not something that we, many of us up here, take lightly, but we also have to work within the policies that we have control over. So I appreciate Administrator Al Vandenberg clarifying what we are allowed to do and what our boundaries are. But I think that outside of this space, we are, I feel compelled to be a bit more engaged in this space, seeing what's happening and knowing that it's just a matter of time before it gets to my neighbors. I'm a commissioner for the city of Kentwood, and we have a majority of the people in Kentwood, are immigrants, and they contribute to our communities in ways that people don't even think about. And so I'm no longer the minority vice chair, and I will be speaking up quite a bit more because of that. And so I just want everyone to know that we hear you, and we will be, we're here. So, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Morales.
Thank you, Chair. I would also like to second my colleagues' thanks to the people that came to make public comment. It's great for me to know that, I'm not alone in this grief and in this moment of tension and this moment of so much loss and fear. So, there's obviously limits to what we can do in our official capacity, but I hope you know that our hearts are with you, and, as an individual, I will support as much as I can. So thank you for being here. Thank you for my colleagues for your active listening, for your compassion. It's what the moment requires of us. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I don't see any. Believe it or not, might come as a surprise to some of you. I also want to thank folks for showing up. I think it's important that people come and engage. We might have some disagreements about the details, but I always encourage people to engage in the process. We appreciate that you're willing to do that. With that, we are on to item number 15, adjournment, and I will call on Commissioner Bujak.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn, subject to the call of the chair, to Thursday, January 22nd, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. for an official meeting.
Support. Supported by Commissioner Womack. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you. Happy New Year.